Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Automation Hub. Today we will talk about how to handle Bootstrap dropdown in Selenium. So guys, Bootstrap dropdown is basically when you inspect that dropdown, if you are seeing like there is no select class, but except select class we have different like tag, like there is no select tag, but we have like div tag or button tag or list tag. These all are comes under the bootstrap dropdown. So basically when you see there is no select tag, you can consider as a bootstrap, and you can check like how to handle that scenario. Like if you don't see any select tag, how you are going to handle that drop down. So today I will show you one demo, so where we will see like how we can handle that drop down. So one second, I will show you in one website. So I just opened this jQuery is.com, in which we have like demo, bootstrap demo drop down. So as you can see, there is a one drop down, right? Open web tutorials. So when you click on this, you can see there is a value. Inside value, like we have four options like Bootstrap 4, jQuery, HTML, and CSS. So, and if you want to select any one of the value like HTML you want to select, or jQuery or CSS, how you are going to handle this type? First, we need to check like if we have select class or not. So just inspect this page. So when you right click and just select this box and go to this. So when you click on this, you see we have button tag. Previously, when we select the drop down, we have select tag, right? But here you can see we don't have any select tag, but except button tag we can see have. And when you click on this, see this box. So this box comes under this div tag, right? So so now you understand you can't use select class because we don't have any select tag, right? And if you're going to expand this tag, div tag, so you can see we have anchor tag. So anchor tag we use for links, right? If you want to add any link, anchor tag you use. So these all are links value, right? So whenever you click on any value, another page will open because these are all our links. So under div tag we have all the links, like, right? Anchor tag we have the same tag name but different values we have, right? So this way you can understand like you can't use select class here. So this is the bootstrap drop down. Basically we have different tag except select tag. So this is the example of what is bootstrap dropdown and what is a normal dropdown, like this using select class. So if you see select tag, so that means this is not a bootstrap and you can use select class to handle that dropdown. But here we can see we have example for bootstrap, right? Because we are seeing this is different, like tag, div tag or anchor tag or button we have, but we don't have any select. So we are going to use another scenario, another method, how we are going to handle. So first of all, guys, what we need, what how we are going to handle this. So how we are going to handle this drop down? First of all, I need to click on this, right? Once we are going to click on this, then this box will open, right? So first action, what we need to do? We need to click on this. First, you need to click on this button. After that, this box will open. So this box comes under this tag, right? Div tag. So we need to select this tag. So under this tag we have all the anchor tags, right? All the values. So we need to select all the values. Like we can use the find elements, because find elements we use when we have same tag but different value, right? If you are finding multiple elements at the using the same tag, you use find elements. But if you are fetching single element, that time we use find element. So one interview question, if someone asks, where we use find elements and where we use find elements. So the difference is, if you want to select single element, you can use find element, and if you want to select multiple elements, you can use find elements, right? So here we are going to use find elements for finding all the elements, anchor tag elements, right? So how we are going to do? Let's create one class and see one by one how we are going to handle this bootstrap down. So I'm going to open one Eclipse, and here I just created one class, Bootstrap DropDown class name, right? And I just mentioned all the common properties, like common code, like set the property, launch the browser, and maximize the window, right? These common code we always write whenever we execute any script, right? Because without launching the browser or setting the property, you can't adjust the website, right? Or you can't use. So that's why we need to, like, first declare all these three options, right? After that, what we need to do, just open the website, right? So how we are going to launch that website? Using driver dot get method. We use get method for URL, right? You can provide URL whatever you want to test, right? So I'm going to test this URL. So just one second. So just select this URL and paste it inside the get method, right? Under double quotes. So this URL we just launch, right? So we use get method. After that, what we need to do? It's like when website will open, so the first task what we need to do? First task is we need to select this button. We need to click on this button. So first operation what we need to do? First we need to click on this button. So first inspect this, and first let's inspect this button. So after that we can select these value, right? So first of all I need to click on this button, right? So what can I use? Okay, so we have under button tag, you can see we have class value, we have type, we have ID, we have toggle, right? So I'm going to use ID because ID will be unique, right? So I'm going to use ID. So first of all, we need to click on this button, right? So just write it down. Driver dot find element by dot ID. Under ID, I will provide the ID value and then do the click operation. So we will use click method, right? So this will do what? This will click on the button, right? After click on the button, when you are going to click on the button, what we need to do? So when I'm clicking on this button, what we need to do is the second part. The second part is this box will open, right? So that the box is div tag. Under div tag, we have all the values, right? So we need to access this box, right? After that, we can access the value, right? So we need to create one XPath for this. So let's create one XPath. So Control F, and I'm going to use div. I will use contains. I will contains at the rate class, comma. I will provide the class name. So under div, right? First of all div, then class name is drop down menu show. So I will provide the value here inside this, right? So one of one. So this box is selected, right? But we need to find the values also, right? We need to check all the values. So how we are going to check this value? Just select like following. Next tag will be anchor tag. So you can see we have four anchor tags, one of four. So one of four means all the four value we can select using this XPath, right? So just copy XPath and write it down here. So okay. So first of all, we need to use find elements because we are finding the all the elements, right? So I'm going to type here driver dot find elements. I will use find elements because we are finding multiple elements, right? By dot xpath, and under xpath I will provide the value, then semicolon. We are not going to do anything because we are finding multiple elements, right? So this will return when you mouse over in this find elements, you will see list of web element. This will return list of web element, right? Because we are finding multiple elements, right? So the web elements, list of web elements. So this will return list of web elements. So I will write here list under this web element, okay? And this I will provide like a list. I will give name as a list, right? So under list, all the element will store, right? So first task is this, because find elements always return list of web element value, right? So that's why we stored inside list of web element, and we created one list for storing all the values, right? After that, what we need to do, because we need to go one by one, right? We need to access value one by one. We can't do like directly. So we can go one by one, like we will use for loop for this. Like first for loop will check this value or this or this or this, right? So here we will use for loop. So I'm going to use enhance for loop for this. So for I will use like web element because we are handling web element, right? Option. Then I will provide this list. So web element, I just provided one option value here, option name, and this will check all the list value, right? After that, we need to do what? We need to do what? We need to first get the value. First of all, we need to find out the value for every element. So how we are going to find out? Simple, option dot get attribute value. We have two option. Like if you see here, we have attribute value, right? Or we can use text also because we have this value, right? Text value also. So how we are going to do? I will use get attribute, right? Under attribute, we'll get inner HTML. I need to find inner HTML value, right? So this will store inside string, right? When you hover here, so see this will return string value, right? Web element dot get attribute, inside this we are providing the string, right? So this will return string. So how we are going to store? Simple string drop down value, I will mention this equal to this. So every attribute value will store inside this drop down value. First part is this, right? Because we are checking every single inner HTML value, right? Through for loop. So one by one this will check, and this will store inside this string drop down value, right? After that, what we need to do? Like if you want to, like first of all, you if you want to check one condition, like in this you want to select HTML, right? You want to select this drop down. Under this drop down you want to select HTML. So how you are going to do? I will provide one if condition here, right? So if condition, under if condition I will provide this drop down value dot equals to, I will use here equals to, right? Equals to, under this I will mention HTML. So this will do what? This if condition will do what? When drop down value is equal to HTML, this will compare to this value, and if value is same, what we need to do? we need to click on this, right? We need to click on, we need to click on the element, right? We need to click on the value. So I will click on the this web element. So I will just use this and dot. I will use click method. So this will select the HTML. Click on the HTML value. After that, what we need to do? We need to break this condition, because if you are don't going to break, this will continue, like continue will run, because we are not breaking this condition, right? So we need to break this condition, right? After that, if you want to like print value inside the console, what we need to do? Simple system dot out dot println, and then we can like drop down value list. I will mention this, and under this, what I will mention? This drop down value, because we are storing inside this, right? So that's why I will mention this inside this and semicolon. So now the code is completed for drop down, right? And then I will use driver dot quit to close the window, right? So first of all, I want to check, like after the click, first this will select, right? So I want to do like, I want to provide one wait here, like thread dot sleep. So we can check like value selected, then this will click on the HTML value, right? So I will provide a 5-second wait here. Static wait I'm providing here. So just save and let's run this program. So right click, run as Java application, and let's wait. So yeah, website will open in few seconds. Let's wait. Yeah, so right now see, it's just click on button, then the this drop down. Yeah, so see, now HTML is clicked on. So see this value. 1 second, I'm going to, this was very quick. I'm going to remove this quit option. So I'm going to comment this. So when the HTML will select, after that you will HTML page will open, because HTML is also a link, right? So when you are going to click on link, the link will be open, right? So see, I will show you. So now it's loading. It will take few seconds, then yeah. So now we clicked on the button and this drop down open, and this will click on the HTML. So see, HTML page will open. Yeah. So see, we clicked on the link, that's why HTML tutorial and tips, this link is open, right? So this one is worked, right? So see, we handle the bootstrap drop down, one thing. Second thing, guys, like if you want to like select CSS, like I want to select this CSS. So how I am going to do? Simple. I will provide the value here, right? You need to just provide the value inside this, and this will select the value, right? So let's run this program. So yeah. So this time CSS link will open, because we entered the CSS, right? It will open, like just say wait for few seconds, then this will open. See, now open, and then now after 5 seconds this will click on CSS. So see, CSS link is open. Yeah, because I used driver.quit, that's why it's closed. So see, before CSS we have three values, right? Bootstrap, jQuery, HTML. That's why we printed here, right? So this is the solution of Bootstrap dropdown. So the main difference is, guys, simple. We are going to use, first of all, you need to check what is the common element, like common tag inside the dropdown. If you are selecting any dropdown, you need to check when you click on this. After that, find out the common value. The common value will be text tag, or like will be text or button or div or anchor. Any tag this can be, but you need to find out the common tag. After that, you can use the find elements, and that find elements always return the list of web element. And when you declaring list of web element, so list of web element we always handle by for loop. So that's why I used for loop here, right? Because we are handling list of web element, that's why I used for loop. And for loop will check one by one all the elements, right? So this will get the attribute value, all the inside the attribute value will store inside the string, right? We are storing inside the string, and then we are going to compare every string value with this, the value we are providing here. So the if the same value will compare, this will compare, and if the same values occur, then we can perform the action. Like if you want to click on this, if you want to enter something, you can do the perform the operation. After that, we are going to break this, and then we want to print the value. That's why I used here system.out.println, then driver.quit. So this is the dynamic drop down basically we handled here, right? So guys, I think this tutorial is completed because I already explained about dynamic drop down here. And the previous tutorial I explained about the select class, because when if you are handling any drop down and there is a select tag, you can use select class. This is the first option. And if you see there is no select tag, then you can handle by this way. Like you can handle by this way, right? So this is the difference, and that how that's the way we are handling Bootstrap dropdown. So guys, thank you so much. Please practice this and understand all the elements, right? We need to check every common element. After that, we can perform, right? So we need to do step by step. So thank you so much, guys. Keep watching, keep learning, and please like and subscribe to my channel.